The first update to Pan Those Eyeshadows 2024 is here, and I'm so excited to share my progress with you guys. You guys know I absolutely love this project so much. I love panning eyeshadows, I love playing around with different colours, and today we are going to have 2 new shades rolling in. So the way I like to do this project, I have 4 eyeshadows in at a time. I have 1 random single eyeshadow. I have 1 eyeshadow from my Focus palette, which is my Carnival XL Pro. I have 1 completely random shade from my whole collection, and then I have 1 hand-chosen shade. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. It all gets very confusing, but I'm 99% sure that that is correct. I am wearing one of the shades on my eyes today. I absolutely adore it. But just before we do jump into the progress, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe because I upload 7 videos a week for you guys. I do so many project pans, shop my stashes, and get ready with me's, normally with bright, fun, colourful makeup as I am wearing today. I have a beautiful blue crease with a big pink wing. I love pink and blue together. I think they look amazing. What do you think? Let me know down below. Do you like this look? Do you hate this look? Hopefully you don't hate it. That would not be good. But with that being said, I'm going to jump straight into my progress because I can't wait. I'm so excited to see our new colour story. But first, I've got to update our old colour story. So let's get into it. So the first shade that I'm going to talk about is Reckless from my Carnival XL Pro palette. And this is what it looked like last month. It was pretty untouched because it's a shade that I don't normally gravitate towards. It's a very, very dark, pinky, plummy matte shade, and this was a randomized shade from my whole collection, and this is what it looks like today. So you're not going to be able to see much progress on this at all. Sadly, I have only used this 2 times in the past month, so really not enough times to get good progress on this. Now, before I jump in and talk about my progress on this shade, I want to play a little game. So we're going to play Spot the Difference, okay? Spot the difference. These are 3 pink mattes, very, very similar undertones, very, very similar depths, and all 3 of these are currently in a project pan. So this is Reckless up here. This is Love Letter from my Modern Renaissance palette that I'm trying to finish. And this is from my Bella Pierre All Stars palette, which I'm trying to hit pan on. Now, I don't think I thought ahead when I rolled in Reckless because I am very overwhelmed with the same shade right now. And because of that, I will be rolling Reckless out today. I know I've only used it 2 times, but I'm just very overwhelmed with this kind of shade. If I loved wearing this kind of shade every day, maybe it would be different, but I don't really enjoy these shades. I like my blues, I like my cool tones, I like grunginess. Maybe not so much these shades, so having 3 at the same time, very overwhelming, and I am just taking one for the team. I'm taking the hit today, and I'm gonna give myself a big fat fail and roll it out. It is a nice shade. I can definitely tell that the formula is getting a little bit dry, especially on some of these mattes. It's very, very firmly pressed, and it is quite difficult to work with. It's not very creamy anymore at all. You can probably tell in the progress pictures, the usage, even though minimal, is like you can barely see it because it's so firmly pressed and it is so hard in the palette. So yeah, I'm gonna roll this out, unfortunately. I don't like rolling things out without it having pan, but I think today it's a good excuse. I'm giving myself this, okay? I don't want to work on 3 identical shades. So unfortunately, that is rolling out, and we will be randomizing a new shade from my entire makeup collection at the end of this video. So next, I want to talk about my random single eyeshadow that we rolled in, and this is the shade Venus from the Pastel Roses. You can see it's one of those orange to red duochromes, and it is absolutely beautiful. You guys know I absolutely adore the Pastel Roses. It is my favorite makeup company ever, so I was really excited to roll this in. And this is what it looks like today. Unfortunately, I've only used it 3 times, so not much, but like I said, I do tend to gravitate towards more cool tones and less towards super warm tones, and this shade is definitely a super, super warm tone shade. I think there is a slight dip in this. This is what it looks like swatched. It does actually go really, really well with Reckless. I didn't actually pair them together this month, but they could have gone really, really good. Hopefully you can see the duochrome here. It is like a red to orangey kind of shade. It is so stunning, so beautiful. Again, these shades, not my personal cup of tea, but I like playing around with them. I like experimenting with them. Maybe I'll use it on my nails. I have another shade in this project on my nails right now, but they definitely need redoing because they're a little bit janky. So yeah, I think this will be a really cool nail shade, especially with the duochrome, having some duochrome nails. That'll be really, really fun. But like I said, only 3 uses this month. And of course, this is the first update. So 3 uses for the whole project because I did refresh it last month. So this will be staying in. This is our dedicated randomized single eyeshadow. Venus, you're in for a while yet, babe. So next was our focus shade from the Carnival XL Pro palette. I know we've already had Reckless from this palette, and that was completely randomized. It just so happened to be in this palette, but I also hand choose another shade from this palette to work on every month. So I chose the shade Inspire, which is this really beautiful taupey shimmery shade, and I thought this would be a really, really nice everyday work shade because, as I said, I love these cool tones so much, and this is what it looks like today. There is a little bit of disturbance in this, definitely. I have used this 6 times over the past month, so a handful of times, I'll give myself that, but not enough to hit pan, so this is also staying in. I've really, really enjoyed this shade. It's gone really, really well with my new Pan That palette as well, with the Pug shade. Pug is basically the matte version of this, so I've been wearing those two together a lot to make just an everyday look. I really, really do enjoy this. I'm very, very happy with this choice, and it has also worked really, really well with the next shade that I'm going to talk about, but I'm not going to fast forward too much because I want to give this shade some love a little bit. I don't know what it is, but since dyeing my hair brown, I have just fallen in love with cool tone neutrals completely. I used to be bleach blonde, and then I got cast as Vivian in Legally Blonde, so I can't be a blonde Vivian. Then I dyed my hair and I've just never looked back. Since dyeing my hair, I've just loved cool tones and not really liked warm tones too much. I don't know if it's my colouring changing or what it is. I'm not an expert in like seasons and all that kind of stuff, but it's something I've noticed. And this shade is just so beautiful. It is really, really shimmery. And I maybe try and really work on this over the next month because I do have an office job now. So this is going to be perfect for going in the office. So this is what the shade looks like swatched out. You can see really beautiful, really shimmery, very everyday, work appropriate. I'm really, really happy to be carrying on working with this shade because it's stunning. It is so beautiful. I know I'm not known here for my love of neutrals, but taupes have a hold of my heart recently. I don't know what it is. And finally, this is the shade I have all over my lids today. It is a super, super, super ultra shimmery blue, which I am absolutely in love with. This is the shade Blue Ice from the Odens Christmas Eve palette, and you're seeing what it looked like last month. There was minimal usage on it last month, but this was definitely one of my favorite shades in the palette, so I was so excited to reach for it. It was my hand-chosen shade, so of course it had to be a blue. And this is what it looks like today. I have a pan on this shade. So I actually hit pan on this today doing my eye look, and I have used this a total of 10 times this month. The most usage by far. Are we surprised? No, we are not. I am constantly blown away by the shimmers of Odens Eye. They are so piecey and glittery and just so beautiful. Some people aren't into that, I know, but I am. I have it on my nails, like I said today. It's don't look too close because they are a little bit janky, but I've just loved reaching for this. You guys know, blue, sign me up. Literally anything blue, sign me up. I will love, I will adore. I just love it. I love it so much. And this shade is no different. I absolutely loved playing with this, and I'm so happy to have my first pan in this palette. How exciting is that? So this is what the shade looks like swatched out. It is a very, very light, very, very shimmery blue. It's gone so well with my Project Level Up. It's gone so well with shades in my Rolling Project Pan. It's just gone so well with so many things that I'm panning right now, and I'm gonna miss it. I really am. But this was a hand-chosen shade, so I will be rolling in another hand-chosen shade today. So I'm gonna start with a random shade from my whole eyeshadow collection. So I'm gonna get my random app up. I have got 3 new palettes this month, which is more than I ever normally get. I'm kind of nervous to see if one of my new shades is going to be randomly rolled. I don't know, we'll see. So I have 433 eyeshadows in palettes. So I have 1 to 433 here. We're going to roll, and we have 58, so it's not a new shade. Okay, that's actually from my Pan That palette. It's the Soph X Revolution shade Pumpkin. Obviously, I'm already working on that, so I'm going to roll again. So, oh no, 427. I think that might be a new shade. I literally got this palette on Valentine's Day. I'm filming this on the 16th of February. I don't know if I'll want to roll in such a new palette. I have not even used the palette yet. But let me see what it is. I really don't know. Let me check. So my wonderful boyfriend Ben surprised me with the Pastel Roses Frozen Dreams palette for Valentine's Day. He remembered that the Pastel Roses was my favourite brand. I had no inkling that this is what he was going to get me. He did not ask me if I wanted it. He just went out, took it on himself to buy me an eyeshadow palette. He had no idea what he was looking for, and he ended up hitting the jackpot. So the shade is Glacier. Let's see what that is. Okay, it's this teal kind of matte shade. I am going to re-roll. I hope you don't mind. This palette has been in my possession for 1.5 days, and I just want to get to know it a little bit before I pan it. I hope that makes sense. I hope you're not going to be mad at me. That's just what I've decided here and now. So unfortunately, I'm going to roll again. 392. So this is also a new shade, but it's not as new. So hopefully we'll be able to use this one. Let me do some swatches. Oh no, this one might be a rollout as well. We're not doing well here today. So these 2 shades, very, very similar. The shade that was rolled in was the shade Soulmate from my brand new Beauty Bay Reckless Romance palette. It's this beautiful mauvey matte here. And next to it, I have swatched the shade Bon Fresco from my Modern Renaissance palette, which I'm also trying to completely finish. I'm going to re-roll. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hate doing this. 26, please. Everyone pray. 26. Okay, come on. Okay. I think we've got a winner. I think. Oh, I'm not sure. So this is my Soft Glam palette. Obviously, 26 was going to be quite an old shade. And it is the shade Mulberry, which is this shade up here. Let me swatch it and see. Oh, okay. It just kind of looks like a deep brown. I thought it was going to be a lot more red. That's what it looks like swatched. It looks very, very red in the pan. A part of me thought that maybe it would be very similar to Reckless, but it's not. It is just an everyday brown. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. And the shade that I am hand choosing also actually comes from an ABH palette. I actually hand chose this palette before I started filming, so what a coincidence. It comes from my ABH Subculture palette, and I am going to be working on this shade Axis. It's a really, really beautiful, deep, greeny blue matte, and I thought it would be really, really nice for maybe some wings, like a pop of blue in a neutral look. That's where my brain's going anyway. So let me swatch my new color story, and I will be right back. I'm actually loving this new color story. This is what we look like. This is the old one. This is the new one. This is very much more me, more grungy, more cool toned. I'm so excited to work on these shades. I think they'll all go really well together, actually. They make a really nice color story. I think maybe these 2 neutrals with this as like a wing, a pop of color, I think it's going to be really, really good. I am actually very excited for this round. I hope you are as well. I hope you're not too mad at me for rolling like a bazillion times, but I just wanted something that wasn't too ultra new and also wasn't so similar to something that I'm already panning, because then it gets complicated, then I get stressed, and then I get burnt out, which I really don't want to do. What is your favorite shade that we talked about today? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, you know what to do. Like and subscribe. I am here every single day for you guys with new project pans, new bright, fun, colourful makeup, new gossips and stories, all that good fun stuff, so you do not want to miss out. And with that being said, I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye!